Good morning, children. Let us start a new chapter today, adaptation in animals. So, this already we have started in the live class. So, let me explain the chapter. Our earth has different kinds of places. There are ice cold regions, Greenland, deserts and oceans. So, we can see variety of things in our earth, and there are many kinds of places. There are ice cold regions, Greenland, somewhere deserts, somewhere oceans. So, we can find a variety of living organism at these places. So, these places they contain variety of living organisms also. The natural environment or place when an animal or plants lives is its habitat. So, what is habitat? You know that the natural environment or a place where an animal or a plant lives is known as its habitat. But sometimes the outside environment is so harsh that it becomes difficult for an organism to live. That means the outside environment is so bad for them, okay, so that they cannot live over there. It becomes too difficult for them to adjust with the environment. In such cases, in order to survive, an organism adapts or changes itself according to its surroundings. So, they have to change, they have to bring certain change in themselves so that they can adjust themselves with the environment. This is known as adaptation. A penguin's body is well adapted to survive in extremely cold regions. So, a penguin can survive in extremely cold regions, while a crocodile is adapted to live in swampy areas or wet areas. So, a crocodile can live in wet area. If we take the crocodile, if say by any means crocodile goes to a cold region, it will die, and if penguin comes to this hot region or swampy area, it will also die. So, an adaptation might take hundreds or thousands of years to take place. Okay. Now, read this meaning also. Swampy means wet area. Environment is the surroundings or conditions in which plants or animals live. Info Hub. A thirsty camel can drink about 125 liters of water in 13 minutes. This is for your information. Now, see adaptations to habitat. Habitat provides animals with shelter, food and water. So, habitat is an environment that provides animals with shelter, and they get shelter, they get enough food and as well as water. So, our earth has a variety of habitats. Different kinds of animals live in different habitats. Therefore, animals can be classified based on their habitat. So, we can classify animals based on their habitat, and what are those? Into terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, arboreal animals and aerial animals. So, they can be divided into 5. What are those? Terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, arboreal animals and aerial animals. Now, see terrestrial animals. Animals that live on land are known as terrestrial animals. For example, elephant, cat, dog, lion and camel. So, they live on land. That is why they are known as terrestrial animals. Most of the land animals have legs to move and lungs to breathe. So, what features they are having? Animals living on land they have legs to move and lungs to breathe. Snake is an exception. It does not have legs. So, snake does not have legs. We know that they crawl rather. It crawls to move by making loops. So, they make loops and they crawl. These animals have a well developed nervous system. So, their nervous system is well developed and sense organs to sense changes in their surroundings. They are having very well developed nervous system as well as sense organs, so that they can adjust or sense danger also they can sense, and they can sense different changes in their surroundings. However, climatic conditions are not the same everywhere. In some places it is very hot, such as desert, while at some places it is very cold, like polar regions, such as Arctic. So, some places it is very hot and some places they are very cold, it is very cold, like polar regions such as Arctic. Thus, adaptations in animals also vary according to the climatic conditions. So, it varies according to the different climatic conditions of the place. Now, see, animals that live in hot desert, they have certain kind of adaptation. What they have, as the place is very hot, they have thick skin and very less hair on their skin to protect them from the heat of the sun. So, this is their adaptation, that they are having very thick skin. Animals like camels have a hump on their back that stores fat. So, see this hump, yes, over here, it stores fat in it, and therefore, they can travel for days without having to eat anything. Without eating anything, they can travel for many days. They also have a thick pad under their feet. So, if this is the feet, under their feet there is thick pad. This prevents them from sinking in the sand. That is why they don't sink in the sand. So, as you can see, this is the padding. See the foot of the camel. Now, animals like polar bear that live in cold regions have a very thick skin covered with fur that keeps them warm. So, let us see, yes, they are having very thick skin covered with fur, okay, and that keeps them warm. So, animals like seal and penguin are well adapted to live in freezing cold environment. So, they are well adapted so that they can live in freezing cold environment. These animals have a very thick layer of fat, but how they can survive in this cold environment? As because they are having a very thick layer of fat under their skin, which is known as blubber. The blubber protects them from cold. Now, see aquatic animals. Animals that live in water are known as aquatic animals. Yes, these are the aquatic animals as they live in water. Okay. Now, see, for example, fish, octopus and dolphin. These are the examples of aquatic animals. Unlike land animals, aquatic animals have fins or specialized limbs. Limbs means legs that help them to swim. So, they are having some specialized limbs so that they can swim. Also, many aquatic animals like fish breathe through gills. So, they don't have lungs. Instead of lungs, they are having gills with which they breathe. Whales and dolphins are exceptions as they have lungs to breathe. But whales and dolphins, they are some exceptions who are having lungs also to breathe. Okay. So, let me show you the gills of a fish. So as you can see, this is the gill. Yes, gill of a fish. Now see amphibians. Animals that can live both on land and in water are called amphibians. So the animals that can live both on land and as well as in water, they are known as amphibians. And for example, frog, toad and newt. They have limbs that help them to swim in water, and some also have webbed feet to help them in swimming. So with the help of the webbed feet, they can swim in water, and these animals breathe with their moist skin also. They can breathe with their skin also, as well as when they are in water, and when on land they breathe with the help of their lungs. Two way they can breathe. So with the help of their moist skin when in water, and with the help of the lungs when on land. So now let us see newt. These are newt, frogs, toad. These are the examples of amphibians. Aerial animals. Yes. The animals that can fly are known as aerial animals. For example, birds and insects. So, the animals who can fly are known as aerial animals, and these animals have lightweight. We can understand that as they are having lightweight bodies, so that they can fly easily. Birds have hollow bones and wings that help them fly. As their bones are hollow and they are having wings, with the help of the wings they can fly. The forelimbs of these animals are modified as wings. Forelimbs are modified as wings. That is the adaptation of the birds. That is why they can fly. The forelimbs of these animals are modified as wings. They also have feathers all over their bodies that keep them warm during flight. During flight, those feathers with which their bodies are covered with, they keep them warm during each flight. And birds have a special body shape, like narrow in front and back. So in front it is narrow, and back also, and broad in the middle. In the middle it is broad. This body type helps them to cut through air and fly easily. So this body type helps them to fly in the air. Such a body shape is known as streamlined body. So this kind of shape is known as streamlined body. As you can see their body shape. Yes, it is very narrow in front and back, and it is broad in the middle. That is why they can fly, and this kind of body shape is known as streamlined body. Next is arboreal animals. The land animals that live mostly on trees are known as arboreal animals. Yes, koala bear is an example. Now see, for example, monkeys, squirrels, koala bear and lizards. They have sharp claws with a strong grip to help them climb up and down the tree or branches. So see their claws, they have sharp claws so that they can hold the branches, and strong grip to help them to them climb up and down the tree or branches. Their body is very strong, and with stout chest. They are having stout chest, bones, well built chest they are having, and bones and limbs to provide them with enough support. So, to get balance, their body structure is made like that, so that they are having very strong and with a stout chest, bones and limbs, which help them to get enough support while climbing. They have strong ribs and hip girdles which help them to move. So, they are having very strong ribs and as well as hip girdles which help them to move. That's all for today, dear children. Next class, from adaptations for food, we will start. All of you stay healthy. Thank you. Have a nice day.